Hi, it's Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, and I'm back with my plans and pans. I want to begin with the shortage in baby formula. So it really all started with Abbott Laboratories. Now, Abbott is a pretty respected name, but the problem was that Abbott, in its manufacturing plant, there was contamination. This is a serious problem. We know for sure of two babies that have died, and others were made sick in this Abbott plant. So the recall of the Abbott baby formula, of course, began the rolling problem of the shortage. So the Congress has taken action. And we have done, along with the president, four different things. One, a lot of low income women who are eligible for the Women, Infant, and Children program were limited in the amount of baby formula they were able to order. So the first thing we did was to increase the amount that women would be able to order through the WIC program. Very important. Number two, the Congress, or at least the House of Representatives, voted $28 million to the Food and Drug Administration to facilitate greater production of the infant formula. And three, the president invoked the Defense Production Act to make sure that various ingredients and components that make up infant formula will be produced by the federal government. So that is underway. And then the president ordered 75,000 pounds of baby formula from Germany that is coming our way. I think another issue that we have to look at as we improve on this problem and on this crisis, really, for so many people, is that there is this concentration of only about four companies in the United States of America that make infant formula. And often I think this concentration of production power can lead in various industries to the kinds of shortages that were experienced. So these near monopoly kinds of situations don't really serve us very well, especially when we get into trouble like we did with Abbott. So of course we're watching it, and tomorrow I'll be participating in an investigative hearing on what started it, what continued it, and what we're doing to solve the problem. So this is definitely not over. Last week, we also passed a bill called the Consumer Fuel Price Gouging Prevention Act. And what that does is allow the President of the United States to declare to have an emergency declaration when it comes to fuel shortages. And then the Federal Trade Commission would have the authority to say that price gouging is a crime and to go after the price gougers. Now, we had a hearing, I had a hearing in my committee and in the Oversight Committee that showed that the gas and oil companies actually took advantage by raising the prices during the pandemic and during the situation with the war in Russia. They decided, rather than to release more gas at the pump and heating oil, that what they would do was to make more in profits, that they would do stock buybacks, that they would raise their shareholder dividends, that they would raise the salaries of their CEOs. Clearly price gouging, and we have to prevent that. So I have introduced a bill last week, the Price Gouging Prevention Act, which deals not just with the big oil and gas companies, but also addresses anyone else who is price gouging, because we saw that during the pandemic. Even masks and the personal protective gear and the hand lotion, hand sanitizer, but also we are seeing it in grocery stores. We are seeing it in the pharmaceutical industry. We are seeing price gouging when this looks like an opportunity for major corporations to decide that they want to raise their prices. Again, the Federal Trade Commission could step in and get retribution for people who are price gouged by holding these gougers accountable. And I look forward to act to do this as soon as possible. Also wanted to talk to you about this amazing program that has been started, or announced anyway, in Cook County. And it is called the Cook County Promise Guaranteed Income Pilot Program. Guaranteed income. What this program does is it's going to identify 3,200 families in Cook County that make 250% of the poverty level or less in income every year. And those families, of the 3,200 families, that will be chosen by lottery of those that apply, will get $500 a month. It will be sent to them from Cook County. Now, originally the money is going to come from the money that the federal government sent to the county, but there's going to be the University of Chicago that is going to be continuing to study to see how will that affect families and the surrounding economy in terms of benefits. And this idea of a guaranteed income is an old idea that has never really been put into place, a guaranteed minimum income. And I'm anxious to see how that will work. There's no doubt in my mind that the $500 will be able to address families who right now can't meet emergency health problems, who suddenly find themselves behind on their rent and are going to be able finally to pay it, who are going to be able to put nutritious food on the table. And I can only imagine that there's going to be positive results. And I want to applaud Tony Preckwinkle, the president of the Cook County Board, and the Cook County Commission for giving this idea a real start and a real chance. I'm very, very excited about it. The other thing that happened this week is that we passed in the House of Representatives the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. This is really a kind of on steroids job training program to provide opportunities both for workers and to the relationship with their employers to make sure that there are more career opportunities available, not just the minimum wage kinds of jobs, but preparing people for careers. So that, I think, is going to be a very important bill. Now, another threat on the horizon, although doesn't seem nearly as bad as the coronavirus and in all of its iterations, but we've heard now of monkeypox. Have you heard about it? For a long time, it was really concentrated to the African continent. But actually now it's going beyond. There are actually a couple cases that we found in the United States of America. flu-like symptoms, feeling pretty lousy. It doesn't seem to be the kind of thing that could cause death, and it's not as dangerous because there actually already is medication for it. It's called the smallpox vaccine of years ago that we had. Also, um, does address and treat the monkeypox. So all of the health agencies are monitoring monkeypox. Will get warnings, I think, as they emerge. I heard from the head of the Chicago Department of Health that they are monitoring it, and will certainly get the word out. So there is this other thing that may be spreading around the world, not apparently as contagious. They still haven't determined all the ways that it can be transmitted. Not as deadly as we saw, now 1 million people from the coronavirus and viruses, maybe, in the United States of America, but something that certainly the health professionals and all of us ought to keep an ear to the ground about. So the coronavirus update for this week shows an increase, as you I'm sure have heard. The Cook County is approaching, not there yet, the high um, community level, and so we should definitely make sure that the masks are handy. Certainly for indoor when you're there for any length of time. Um, some school districts have reenacted um, mask mask mandates, and so we shall see. But you definitely want to be prepared to stay safe. And there may be a few of you out there who still have not been vaccinated or boosted. Be sure that you do so. Look for the guidelines when it comes to our children, to make sure that they are also vaccinated, all of them when possible. I also want to wish you a very happy Memorial Day. I know that Plans and Pans was a bit late this week, and actually because I will be going with the Aspen Institute to a wonderful opportunity to talk about international challenges in Geneva, Switzerland, for all of next week. That there will be a week delay in the next Pans and Plans. But I do look forward to talking with you again. Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where my handle is @Jan Schakowsky.